Hello, this is Run the Numbers. My name is Jason. We're out here at night doing a warm-up video, a warm-up talk, part of our 100 videos in 100 days challenge. It's been raining all throughout the day in Los Angeles, so I come out at night when it clears up. So we're gonna keep moving through yet another night video. But we got to keep moving so I get some content out to you, help you out on your journey in personal finance. So tonight is a great topic. I've just recently mentioned about 5 different banking solutions, and I promise to drill down a little bit deeper, give some more details for each of these 5. I'll put the link in the description of the video that I give the overview of the 5 different banking solutions. But I'm gonna tackle the first of the 5, and that is Chase Bank. So really I'm going to break this video down into kind of 4 different parts. One is just give something of a history, give some context of how we got here, kind of why I'm currently a Chase Bank customer, and we'll move on from that. It kind of will dovetail into specifically how I'm currently using Chase Bank. Then we'll move from there, and I'll kind of give an overview of kind of some of the things I like about it and some of the dislikes, and then we'll wrap it up. The fourth of the 4 things I'll mention is kind of what the future may bring in my usage with Chase Bank. So let's get right into kind of how did we get here. Well, I've actually been a Chase Bank customer, had an account before I even was with Chase Bank. And that might be a little confusing, and so I'll break that down a little bit to mean that I actually was a customer of Washington Mutual Bank. And during the whole financial recession, not too long ago, but a little bit of time ago, where Chase Bank ended up acquiring Washington Mutual, and all the customers ended up rolling into Chase Bank. That was me. So I had previously an account with Washington Mutual, where I had a checking account where I actually had physical, actual paper checks. And so I kind of wanted to hold on to at least like one account where if I needed to write checks, not too often I do so, but for say rent payments or whatever it is, that I had a very strict rule that only allowed a paper check. I still had an account, and I didn't have to go order new checks and kind of go through a whole process. So really that was kind of the reason, and that got me there. So let's fast forward and kind of talk about the second item of kind of what's then my current usage, as I'm now a Chase Bank, not a Washington Mutual, but a Chase Bank customer. I still have the paper checks. I still hold on to it for that reason, so that's included. But I really, as I've indicated maybe in prior videos, I really hold on to this account in Chase Bank. I've got a checking account, of course. I also have a joint savings account that I hold with my wife, but I hold on to all these really because of the convenience factor of all the ATMs. And yeah, in Los Angeles, there's a vast network of all the Chase banks, so that kind of solves that issue. Is it a great bank for yield? It's really not going to pay all that much in interest for the accounts that I'm holding. There are other solutions, of course, CDs, and you can try to use Chase Banks for their private wealth client type usage. And so there's other things, of course, to get higher return. But I'm not feeling like, compared to the competitors in all those areas that I've just mentioned, of CDs, of the wealth management type offerings, I feel like you can kind of do better for less amount that you'd end up paying in the fees. Maybe I'm wrong, so if you disagree, go ahead and leave some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of this. But for the most part, those kind of offerings don't offer much to me, don't interest me much. So yeah, currently I'm just kind of a customer really for the checking savings account usage. And of course, that comes along with the easy access and convenience. So that kind of might dovetail into the third of the 4 topics we mentioned of like my likes and my dislikes. So yeah, I do like that there's actual ATMs kind of all over the place sprinkled through Los Angeles that I can go and get cash on hand when I need it. That's not to say there are other ATM networks, of which there are a vast number of them, that I could easily get the same benefit. So it's one of these like I go with what I have. Could I change things up? Possibly for the future. We'll put that into, I guess that's in the likes category, that they have a great ATM network. Above other ones, question mark. Let's go a little bit into the dislikes. Some areas that are not too friendly in that, yeah, they're not gonna offer, let your money sit there and offer a whole lot of the yield of the return. So you're not gonna be, growing your money all too much from interest alone. So that's something of a dislike. Another dislike is that then, in fact, on top of how they don't offer all that much in terms of the yield, they'll tack on a lot of requirements to hold those accounts, and those come in the form of a monthly minimum. So you got to make sure for each account you have, at least the ones I have, to hold a balance of $1,500, or you can have that fee waived by doing a couple kind of maneuvers of having direct deposit, having some other features. Also, they are friendly to veterans. I know, just actually talking last night to a friend who is a veteran and mentioned he has Chase Bank and they waive all these requirements for the accounts he has. So there are some ways around it, but my use, I do have to make sure, I'm holding at least $1,500 in the 2 accounts that I have, which, because I'm, moving money all around, in and out, and I'd really, not like to have that sort of holding me back of sorts. I'm not too much of a fan of the requirements there. So yeah, I would say there's a whole lot in the dislikes column. But moving to the 4th of the 4 items, so that we can wrap this up as to what lies ahead. What does the future bring in terms of my use of Chase Bank? Well, I guess the answer there is I'm kind of looking to have something of a breakup, something I'm kind of trying to move on, and that I don't like those requirements I just mentioned. So if I'm going to find another solution where I can park my money and not have those requirements, still have some sort of checking solution that I can have physical checks, and has something of an ATM network so when I can pull out cash. If I can have all those things, which I feel like today, this day and age, you can find that. I just need to kind of do some work and find that, and then be happy to move on. So maybe I'll give an update video at some point in the future if in fact I have closed these accounts and moved on from Chase Bank. But I'll just say, I've kind of got a foot out the door. I'm hoping to move on and, not have the fact that, I'm a customer almost begrudgingly. But maybe also the future could bring that Chase, turns things around and wins me over in some other way. They have the opportunity. I'm still a customer of theirs, so they have the opportunity to keep me as a customer. So for all these things, it's a bit of a question mark. But, they got to know that they got to earn my business. And I do have a foot out the door. So that's what I think the future may bring is, unfortunately, I could close those accounts and simply move on. All right. Those are the thoughts I have tonight. And, I got to run.